Hi, friends. My name is Luciano, and I make videos on the internet. For those of you who don't know, I was away for a couple of days in the hospital last week, and I am still in the process of recovering. I have plans to record more fully original videos next week, but thankfully, in the meantime, I had one more Twitch recording that I could go ahead and upload as a longer video than usual, and that is going to be today's video. I simply wanted to go ahead and inform people of that context before the video started so that way people knew what they were getting themselves into and why I wasn't in the present when I was making the video that goes up today. That said, I am so delighted to be making videos again next week, and I am going to try to live stream at least once on Twitch and possibly on YouTube. If possible, I will do both of those at the same time. I do believe that it is possible to dual stream like that, but I'm not entirely sure how. I will be looking up the process. If I can, I will. If I can't, that's fine. I think it would be fun for me to try and do a regular YouTube live stream next week as well, but I'm not making any promises because I am still in the process of recovering from what I was in the hospital for. That said, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Can't wait to chat with y'all in the comment section. Bye-bye, everyone. Hi, friends. We are just starting. Let me make sure that my audio is not acting up again, but we are about to play Red Faction Guerrilla. Very specifically, we're going to be testing it out. I've already played a little bit of it. I've fiddled with the audio just a touch to see how it's going to look, but I'm very excited. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm really hoping that it's not going to be deafening. It's definitely always an experiment when I try stuff like this. Okay, let me go ahead and go to my volume mixer because that's a little louder than I think it should be. Yeah, there we go. That's probably perfect. Red Faction Guerrilla. It's a very exciting time. This is my second stream, so I'm very delighted to be giving it a shot. Let me see, why is it not being the full window? Windowed, let me try that. There we go. A second to make sure it comes back. Accept. There, perfect. Now we're gonna go ahead and get started. If anyone comes in, I'll definitely ask to see how loud things are. Let me actually go ahead and unmute for 2 seconds. Okay. That sounds about fine. I'm hoping that there isn't going to be a little reverb. There might be, but you never know. Alright, we are now going to go ahead. We're going to start a new game. I also have the remastered edition of this game, but annoyingly, the remastered version does not seem to work on my computer. Thankfully, I have this older version as well, so I was able to turn this into a game that we could try to play. I don't know how it's going to go, but I'm very excited. I'm hoping that the audio isn't just completely bonkers. It shouldn't be. But yeah, so this is a very fun time. I'm gonna go and do some light advertising on some other places while I hang out here. Let me see what's going on. But yeah, I'm delighted to be here and to be chilling with people to see how we're doing. But yeah, I hope that everyone's having a good day. I don't know if we're going to be getting any peeps interested in this particular video. But let me see where everything is at. Yeah.
What the hell was that?
The EDF. They own the road and everything else. Forget the propaganda. Free Mars is over.
Yeah.
Red Faction? Didn't enough people die the last time?
We're under martial law here. Prison camps, torture, death squads. People need something to believe in.
Yeah. So yeah, I hope that people are having a good time. I know that I'm enjoying streaming. It's definitely a
Well, this is
weird
it. I got your gear
experience.
over
For the
there.
longest time, I would
So
have
here's how
given
it works. It'll be
anything
a
to be
couple
a
of weeks
streamer,
before you
and then my health picked
be
up
here.
enough that I was able to do some normal work, and now things are in a very interesting liminal state where I am trying to do streaming for the sake of my own sanity, so that way I have just regular work and stuff that I can rely on. I know that doing streams in the middle of the day is a very curious
Yeah,
thing
like I was
for
saying, the
people
sooner
who
we get to
want
work,
to
the
try to
sooner we
break
get
into
paid.
streaming and don't already have a cultivated, developed audience. But for me, the reason that I'm doing this,
Here's the site I was
oh,
telling you
cool,
about.
the subtitles
It
stuck.
was a
The
research
reason that I'm
outpost
doing this
once,
the way that I'm
before the
doing it
Marauders
is
killed the
because
scientists.
I
Marauders.
am just
You don't want to be
testing
caught out
out
here after
stuff.
dark.
I
But
am
it's a good place to
pushing
find
towards
salvage.
affiliate. I already have
I'm
enough
here to mine,
followers
not
from
focus
back when
scrap.
I was a more regular
On Mars,
streamer to
scrap is like
try
gold.
and hit
Got your
those
sledgehammer
numbers.
and
Also,
charges?
I think someone just
Good.
popped in. If you
Let's see
did,
what you can
hey,
do.
I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you do know
Shit.
me, super cool to
Up
see
in
you
the
again.
sky.
If you're a new friend, I'm
EDF
Luciano, and I'm
gunship.
stoked that you're
Didn't think
here.
they'd be out here today.
But yeah,
I'll keep an eye on
let's
it and get the
see.
salvage.
Uh, I love streaming. I am not very good at it, but I am gonna try. This is not the regular time that I plan to do streams. I know the fact that I'm doing this more or less this time twice in a row is very curious, seeing as I'm saying that this is not the time that I'm gonna regularly be doing streams, but I'm mostly just experimenting with stuff. Oh god, I'm so stoked that you're here. If this is a game that you like. This is one of my favorite games ever, just because of how destructible things are. I would spend hours just going around breaking stuff. Also, if the audio is absolutely devastating, please let me know. It shouldn't be. I did configure some stuff before the stream, so you should be able to hear it. I'm gonna be real, I would rather it be too quiet than too loud in these test streams, but yeah, I love this game so goddamn much, and to be here, this was actually the very first game that I ever streamed on my own personal Twitch, so to be back here and doing this again is so exciting. It reminds me of my heyday. Unfortunately, I don't know what that means. Oh, that was what that means. I was able to piece it together right away. I was talking about that. I was talking about the help desk tip. But yeah, I am pushing towards affiliates. I have the followers already. I just have to get the average. I have to get the average viewers during 4-day streams and the like days of the week and stuff down, and I'll be able to get affiliates, which is a very nice way to just immediately start making some money and some content. I do eventually want to get better technology and stuff for streaming, but my actual setup is pretty solid. It's pretty basic. It's nothing special, but you know, it definitely gets the job done. So I'm very excited to be here putting in the work and to be creating content on my own. I've also been creating YouTube stuff for the last couple of days. Let's see. Am I on your Discord server? If I remember correctly, this is Jamie. Yes, I believe that I am. I don't know how to set things up. Wow, I almost got murked there. I don't know how to set things up so that when my streams go live, it like sends out a ping. If you could do that for me, I'd be so grateful, Jamie. Also, I love knowing that I was right, because the Jampire Castle, beautiful. You love to see it. I haven't been active on Discord as much as I would like to be, aside from like a very small handful of places. But it is very exciting being back, creating content, and God, I love this game. I know that this isn't as fancy as the remastered edition, or whatever it's called. I think that's what it's called. I actually tried it for streaming earlier today, but I could not get it to work. There were incredibly long loading times and fatal errors. I'm sure a smarter person than me could have made it work, but technology is my kryptonite. I've never been a techie person, and because of that, some things in my life are very funny. But yeah, I'm so excited to be here, just to be blowing stuff up. This is such a good game. For a lot of people, the very first time they ever saw me was streaming this game. Yeah, let's see. Oh, dang. I appreciate you, Jamie. I'm very sorry to hear about that. I feel like we need to reconnect. Things have just been so weird on my end, but I'm glad to see that you're still around and that you're doing well. I know that you're very active on Blue Sky, so I do see your stuff there. I wish that I had the ability to communicate more with people. Things are just very silly. But yeah, I've been on YouTube, I've been doing stuff on my end. Let's see. I was gonna say, feel free to just throw your link up on there. That is perfect. Also, I think that we might be getting some more friends. Yeah, I am working on doing all of the streaming stuff and trying to make it so that I can reliably be making content without relying on other people for work. If I get a break during a cutscene or something, I think that I will go and share that link over on the Jampire Castle. I share my stuff on a few Discords. Some spaces where I'm not a complete unknown, because it feels a little weird being in a space and just sharing stuff randomly without people knowing who you are. But yeah. It is very funny to just go full murder hobo on the environments. But this is a fun way to get some aggression out. Let's see. Hi! Oh, it's so nice to see someone who knows me from Reddit. Are you someone from the Discord, from the Jump Chain Discord? Saka? I totally butchered that pronunciation, and I'm sorry. Oh, actually, I do know who you are. It took me a second. I didn't recognize the name right away. Is that you, Tokasu? Yeah. Man, it feels nice being able to remember people. But yeah, I am over here just doing stuff. If you've never seen this game before, I think that a lot of people are in for a blast. This is a very good game. There was a sequel. Also, yes, I love that I was correct. Yeah, this is a very fun game. I feel like this is probably better known than the third entry in the series, and probably less known than the first entry. But if you ask me, this is the best one. I know a lot of people don't really like the third one all that much, and I was only ever able to play the original Red Faction once. I said Red Faction once. I have friends who are like more professional streamers, and I really need to like get back in contact with them to see what I could do to get better. But the reality is I'm not good at like technology stuff, which is something you're gonna hear me say a lot because it's true. I know so many people who do technology things, and I'm jealous of their skills because this is not an easy thing to learn. My mom and dad often ask me for help with technology things, which is really funny. The only reason I'm like comparable to them with technology is because I was younger than they are and I was like raised with it. I think that my mom has a much better sense for technology than I do. It's just she feels like really nervous about technology things. But yeah. Oh, the destruction of the environment is the main appeal of this. Not every mission is quite so destructive and stuff, but lots of missions are, and you're definitely gonna have the most fun with this game when you're going around and just breaking stuff. I also don't know why the shadows are so wonky. They're not supposed to be this intense. I noticed that when I was prepping this game for stream, and I was like, well, it's at least still viewable, so that works. But yeah, I love blowing up Mars. I feel so bad for all the people who are like, oh yeah, Mars is such a cool planet for like habitation and stuff, and then I'm over here like, my only real experience with Mars is just blowing it up over and over. I had this game for the PlayStation 3, I think, when I was younger, and then a couple of years ago it came out on Steam, and I was like, man, my computer at the time was just absolute dog shit, but I still had to try it, and I was surprised at how well it worked. Like, the game was fully playable I eventually got the remastered edition, and I
Use your
know that
remote
I've been
charges and take
able to
down that
make it
big
work,
structure right there.
but yeah,
Right now you can set 2 charges
there
before you
is a
detonate.
way to make it work. It's just
Remember,
that
you
I
can
don't
swap
know
weapons and still
how
use the
to make the
detonator.
remastered edition
Come back
work.
to me if you
I
run
got
out of
a
charges.
fatal like error. Oh man, I think that I probably just got like a new follower because that was a
Hurry
different
up,
sound than the
Alec.
chat sound. Regardless, I'm
What the
so
hell
happy
is
that so many
going on?
people are
Who's the
here.
girl?
Oh, I definitely thought
You
that I
know
just
what's
murked
going
myself
on.
for a second there.
Alec,
But
that faction could really use a guy like you.
it's so
Do
funny
what?
to just see the
What are people
environment get
doing out here?
absolutely
Whatever
annihilated.
it takes.
This is a game
I'm
that
not
has
a
held up
terrorist.
incredibly well.
You
I
think
can
I
see why
am?
they made a
Idiot,
remaster
we're
for it.
wiping out
I
towns.
would like to play the
Alec, we need
remaster
help.
if I can figure out how to get it to
Hey,
work,
you got me through
but
enough trouble
it
Earthside.
was giving me the
Just want to get honest
hardest
work here.
time when I went to the trouble
That's
of
what we're
downloading it.
fighting for. We
Anyways,
don't resist,
seeing
they'll
as
take
we've actually
everything.
got some people hanging out in the chat today,
Enough.
that is wonderful. I'm
You'll
so
see I'm right about
excited to
this.
see everyone. My plan is to play this until around 2 Eastern time, which is in about 2 hours, and then stop for the time. I know that we've got some wild time zone differences, and that's part of the reason why in the future I won't be live streaming during this time, or at least I won't be live streaming just during this time. But for right now, as we're like testing stuff and we're getting familiar with everything, and as I'm getting back into the flow of stuff, I do want to like take some time to be like, all right, here's what things would be like in a more idealized, just live in Australia, easy, GG. But yeah, it's honestly so interesting to be here doing something that I know when I was younger was like a dream of mine, and doing it kind of because I have no real choice. I things are interesting for me in terms of work. So the easiest thing for me to do is for me to try and see if there's any way that I could build up an audience and a fan base and a friend base while I'm over here looking for more regular work. And because of that, people are going to be able to see me live streaming from time to time. We are going to start to move on in a little bit, but right now we're just destroying everything that we can and appreciating Mars and all of its goofy ass glory. Let me see if. Oh, I don't think that I have the. I don't think that I have the Destructo charges yet. But yeah. It is so interesting. I'm learning a lot about streaming over these last couple of days. I wanted to stream earlier in the week, but it was like MLK Day and stuff. And also, streaming is so exciting to me, but I get so nervous. Over on my YouTube channel, when I would do videos where I just play a game for a little bit, there's the shadows going absolutely bananas. I talked about the fact that for some reason, for the last couple of years, it's been much harder for me to try and like focus and be present while also playing a game. And I am unfortunately giving myself a real trial by fire here. Let's go ahead and go over to the laboratory and start to blow that up. But I am delighted to see that we're making some new friends, that more people are gathering. It's honestly so odd actually being here, putting in the work, and beginning to develop an audience and getting familiar with some of the faces that I'm seeing. I really like it, but it does give me the most intense anxiety. I actually thought of like streaming longer today, but I have a church thing today, and for those of you who do not know this about me, my partner and I are Quakers. I'm not really a Quaker, but Jessica's a Quaker, and we attend a Quaker service in Greensboro. And Wednesday, all right, I think someone might be about to join in a second because I just saw a buddy respond on a Discord server that I'm in. But yeah, we are now destroying the lab. And because it's important to be able to talk, I'm gonna try not to strain my voice all that much. Uh, say that as if I'm not going to be talking almost every second during the stream. But what was really funny was there was definitely a second during the cutscenes earlier when I actually had stuff paused, so that way I didn't have things paused, but I was in a cutscene and I was sharing the stuff to the Discord. I agree, Jamie. I absolutely love Quakers. I'm not a Quaker. I'm an atheist. I'm like a firm, staunch atheist. But I'm also a humanist, and that's the thing that matters to me more. And I really like just being able to hang out with peaceful folks and being able to talk about stuff that's cool. My partner and I are in our committees, we're in our church's Peace and Social Concerns Committee, and one of the big things that we do is we decide movements and stuff that get some of the fundraising that we do. So we directly help support the church's mission when it comes to both charitable and important social givings. So we help like food banks and stuff, and this is going to be the first meeting of that committee for the year. So that's going to be very exciting. I'm very stoked to see all of my friends again, because we're not always able to go to the actual services on Sunday, but all the committees meet on Wednesday and Thursday nights. So we're going to be able to be very chill about that while we are over there. We're almost done destroying this, and then when that is destroyed, we will be entering into a cutscene, and during that cutscene, I will be able to go and advertise the stuff a little. But yeah. Oh wow, while I was looking away, I got bopped by something. You hate to see it. But yeah, it's very interesting being back to making content and stuff, because I took a break for a while in December, and knowing what I know now about different work things, I definitely wish that I hadn't taken that break. That would have been a good time for me to start doing streaming, but you know, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, and you don't always have the ability to see into the future, so you have to make do with what you can. Let's see what's going on about Terra Invicta. I have never seen Terra Invicta, but that is definitely a very interesting description, and I would definitely give it a look in the future. If I had better technology, I would be doing a lot more technology-based things, because one of the big issues isn't my technology or isn't my lack of technological skills, it's that my computer is not the best for gaming and recording stuff, but I am doing my best, and I think my computer is doing a fine job with what it has. I am going to go and activate the cutscene, and while the cutscene's playing, I'll go and mention in some other places that we are live. So yeah, let's see. I'm now going to go ahead and mention this on some other places, so that way different folks can see us. Let's see what's going on. And I just have to go and find the right stuff. I'm gonna let the cutscene play. Do you happen to know? Do I happen to know what I got in general? In terms of my computer, I have an HP Pavilion all-in-one. I don't remember like the exact specifics beyond that. I've always been a fan of the all-in-ones because they get the job done enough, and most of what I do is not like super intense. So it's a matter of me just hanging out and making do with what I have. I would really like to, I'm doing a live stream right now, playing Red Faction. Come on down. Sorry for getting distracted. Yeah, I have an HP Pavilion all-in-one. I like the HP Pavilions. I like all-in-ones. They're the simplest. They are super cool. I absolutely, last year I had to replace my main computer, and I was super sad about it, and I was able to get an HP Pavilion all-in-one, which was a direct upgrade to my older HP all-in-one. And while it's true that these are unless you get like the most expensive ones, these are usually not fantastic for gaming and streaming. In my experience, they've usually gotten the job done, and that has definitely been true for this. So I say that like it's not the strongest thing in the world. That's true, but it's really fun, and I think that it's a lot of good work and good news. I wish that I knew more stuff about technology so that I could like have more intelligent commentary, but I do think that it's just a lot of fun to try and do. Let's see. I'm getting distracted for like 2 seconds while I do two things. I am in fact mentioning that we are doing stuff on the server, and I am currently streaming. It really sucks that I get so scatterbrained so easily. I feel like that's going to be one of my critical flaws that I'm going to have to work on overcoming. But yeah, currently streaming. Red faction. Red faction. Red faction. Let's see. Forum. Streamers. Oh, okay, cool.
They'll hunt you from here to the
Oh,
outskirts.
dang. That
Said I
blows.
was
Let's see.
like it or not.
Yeah.
Mason.
So yeah, we are gonna go ahead. We are not skipping the cutscene. We're just letting them play out so that way I have a chance to just sort of catch my breath because I am not good at multitasking. But we are back in the game.
Mason,
We're gonna
my
go
name is
ahead
Swami.
and
I
continue.
worked with your
We are
father.
gonna play through
Lucky
2
you.
hours worth of stuff.
I know this is a lot
Yesterday
to
I
take in,
played
but
for
you're
I
going
want to
to
say
have
like
to
an
trust
hour and a
us.
half. I played Fallout New
Why?
Vegas. I do think that those are
Because
going to
you
be
don't
some
really
of the
have
big
any other
games. This
option.
one and that one
The commander
are
fleet issued this
going to
field
be
manual.
some of the big
It'll help
games
you
that I really
survive out
like
here.
playing, just because these are games that I know how to do and how to do well
Welcome to the
enough.
Red Faction.
Let's
I'll
see.
start off with the
Upgrades,
basics. There are six.
salvage and upgrades.
We don't have
Yeah.
access to the
Now we're
safe.
going to go ahead and click back. But yeah, I've had a really good experience with I've had really good experiences with all-in-one computers. It's just that like I enjoy doing gameplay things, and they are not the best for that kind of stuff. But that doesn't mean that they aren't good games. That doesn't mean that they aren't good gaming computers. They're just not the best if you need like really high-end gaming stuff. I've tried to play games and found that a surprising number of games work very well with them. One of the games that I was the most surprised to find work surprisingly well is GTA 5. GTA 5 just works when you're playing it on a computer like this. I haven't tried it on my computer. That's something that I'll freely admit. I don't know how well it would work on this specific computer, but I had an older, weaker computer than this, and it was an all-in-one, and I was able to get it to play just fine. I don't remember if I ever streamed it or not. I probably only streamed it like once, but it was able to work, so that's definitely a thing that I could do on that computer. We're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna commit some vehicular chaos. So don't mind me as I as I run amok. I want to play around for a little bit and then we'll do some missions. Dang, sorry guys. But right now we're just having a blast. We're exploring Mars. This is the first area of this game. This is the safest and easiest game. This is the safest and easiest part of the game world to explore, and it's definitely going to be a place that people spend a lot of time in. So I'm very delighted to have the chance to give you guys a tour of Mars in the future. This is the future that Elon Musk wants. So keep that in mind the next time you're thinking about how cool Mars would be as a vacation destination. Over here, we are anti-capitalists, or at least I'm an anti-capitalist. I am, in fact, a full socialist. Let's see, is that PC gamers largely stopped? Yeah, I would agree with that. There are plenty of games that I think would run just fine on my computer. I will say that I think that I'd run into trouble if I wanted to try to like play and stream something like Baldur's Gate 3 or that Claire Obscura game. I think maybe those would give my computer a hard time. But I think other than that, I think that we would probably be fine for the most part, trying to do stuff. I am very delighted to be running around and seeing what's going on. Hey, Arcane Flame, it's so good to see you. I'm delighted that you were able to stop by. I do know exactly who you are. I hope that you've been enjoying all of the different content that I've been putting out online all over the place. I've really been the busiest little bee online these last couple of weeks. It's the weirdest thing. But I'm delighted that you could stop by and watch me destroy Elon Musk's Mars vacation home. I have a feeling that would be a very odd recurring joke to make in this. Oh, I thought I was being shot at for a second. I was not, so that's very nice. But yeah, oh, I did not realize that was propaganda, but I'll take it. And now I'm being shot at. I do not think that is going to go very well for the homie that is shooting at me. Oh, alright, just going to go ahead and... Oh. There we go. I was pressing the wrong button. sorry, dude. It is so interesting being able to just, like, create content and stuff, and, don't try to melee hit me, that's my thing. I'm very much someone who prefers to just go all melee in this game. Oh, a Guerrilla joined me. Alright, cool. So let me make sure that he doesn't get murked, or that they don't get murked. Perfect. Let's see. Yeah. Baldur's Gate 3, I actually tried it on my older computer. A couple of years ago, I got it for myself as a birthday gift, back when it was in early access. And I tried it on my old computer, and it did not work at all. I was able to play it a little on the lowest settings, but I had gotten it because I wanted to stream it, and I very quickly realized that there was no possible way that was gonna go the way that I thought it was gonna go. So that is very unfortunate. For right now, though, excellent work from Comrade Luciano, almost getting beamed by the stuff I'm destroying. Go away. I was very discombobulated there for a second. But yeah, I love Baldur's Gate 3. I know the story solidly. I want to play it so bad, but unfortunately, I just do not have the technology needed to be able to do it well. Nope, there we go. For a second, I definitely thought oh man, if you haven't played Baldur's Gate 3, I don't know if you have, it sounds like you probably have, but if you haven't, that is a fantastic game. I don't remember if that got Game of the Year that it came out. If it didn't, it probably should have, otherwise I don't know, that was just like a stacked year for games, but yeah, I want to play it so bad. I think it would be incredibly fun if, because of my work as a streamer, I do eventually get the stuff needed to get the technology where I can get it and stream it without it looking like just a bunch of potatoes talking to each other, and play it on stream. That would be incredibly fun. My constant melee build, wow, I don't know what I hit, but it went so badly for me. I'm glad that I did not destroy myself, but that definitely didn't go well. But yeah, funnily enough, because of today's stuff, I do think that I am going to make some serious progress towards being able to hit affiliates, which is good. One of the steps towards affiliates, for those of you who are not Twitch people and who don't want to be Twitch people, you have to have 3 average viewers on, I think, 4 different days, or 4 average viewers on 3 different days, and this stream is definitely going to be helping with that, which is very nice. I would really appreciate that, Jamie. I do not use OBS. I use Streamlabs, which is also the same software that I use for YouTube. I am planning to do a YouTube live stream eventually. We're going to go and get the mission that takes place over here, but that is going to require us running it back for a second. Ooh, while we're on our way over here, we have spotted a high importance target. Let's go ahead and see if we can't mess that target the heck up. We're gonna go in, we're charging in, we're gonna go ahead and we're start attracting enemy fire, and yeah, let's see. Yeah, I would appreciate that so much, Jamie. You don't have to, but that would be really cool. I do use Streamlabs. I know that some people prefer OBS. I'm sympathetic towards that, but looking at looking at OBS is very intimidating to me. I feel like the UI is not the UI that is the best for someone who is both new to technology and also just like, oh, I don't think I have the brain beats needed for me to really use this to its maximum potential. Whereas this is a much simpler UI, at least like at a glance. I don't know if this is better. In fact, I've heard from some people that they strongly prefer OBS. Wow, oh no, dang, you hate to see it. But yeah, OBS seems really cool. I really like the way that it looks, but it also seems really intimidating. And I'm more than willing to admit that I don't have the technological stuff needed. I wouldn't be surprised if it's actually very easy for people to use, and I have used it well enough. It's just that like whenever I use it, I'm just like, oh man, I feel like there's like 7 things that I'm missing here, and that is an unfortunate feeling. But yeah, I'm hoping that because of my basic need to stream in order to make things easier for myself in terms of my work and all of that, I have a feeling that I'm gonna start to get better at using technology. In fact, I definitely had a much easier time today than I did in the past. Let me go ahead and set some stuff up here, because when we start to have a fun time, things are going to start to get a little silly. And I definitely want to make sure that we have all of the stuff that we need over here. I've played through these early missions like 11 times, so I don't know like the like back half of this game quite as well. Ooh, but I know the first half of it incredibly well. So we're going to be able to do a lot of stuff over here. Let me just see about this. There we go. All right. And now we're going to go ahead and we are going to go start to have some fun. But yeah, my very first stream on Twitch was this game, so I have a lot of like fond memories being here and looking at things again and seeing all of the stuff. Okay, there we go. Yeah. But let's see, as I would love to hear the advice of a master computer toucher, because that is absolutely not me. So feel free to share any and all advice when it comes to technological things. Dang, there's already an enemy. Yeah, that's fair. I think that's some good advice to be hearing right now. Probably not the funnest advice, sure, but definitely some good advice. Let's see. Now there should be some enemies on the way eventually, but they're not on the way yet. So let's see. I'm very glad that I did a lot of the preliminary work for becoming an affiliate already. Like, I know this may seem like a hard pivot, but this is a very weird time to be alive, and I think that in general people should be ready to be trying to earn the money that they need to survive in 1,000 different ways. And I am, unfortunately, in survival mode right now, so that's part of the reason why a lot of people who have not seen me in places are suddenly seeing a lot more of me than they have over the last couple of years. And I feel bad about that, because I don't love that I basically went missing for a second. But things were stable for me economically for a while, and in some ways that stability and safety, it was very good. If you are a disabled person and you've never been economically stable, let me tell you, that shit feels incredible. But it did have the unfortunate effect of making me not push quite as hard for some of the other stuff. And because of that, I am behind. But because of some of the work I've done in the past, I'm definitely not as far behind as I could be. So because of that, like over on YouTube, I am 3/4 of the way towards becoming able to get ad stuff on YouTube. And that is an incredible feeling. I'm not most of the way there in terms of like watch hours, but I am most of the way there in terms of audience. And that is a definite challenge when it comes to like hitting that first, when it comes to making a living doing YouTube. But because of that, I'm not quite as far in on like Twitch. Let's see. Now let's go ahead and get in our car and let's leave. People are trying to do target practice on me with their pistolas, and we are gonna go ahead and get out of here. Bye-bye. We are now on our way, and it is such an interesting experience having the drive and hunger for not fun reasons that I have right now, because it is pushing me to be a lot faster and a lot more spontaneous about things. Yesterday was really fun. I really appreciated having the opportunity to chat with so many of my friends. We completed the second mission of the game, so now we're gonna go do some chill, random activities while we go unlock the next mission. Also, in this game, there is a morale bonus mechanism. So if people are really into Red Faction's whole deal, then you get more money when you complete missions. That's something that is important, that not everyone knows about this game. I doubt that anyone... Yeah, panic-driven activities sure are a hell of a thing. But if you do more missions and people are happier with the Red Faction, then you're going to be able to get more money, which you can use to purchase more things, which you can use to blow stuff up more effectively. There's also lots of little things. We have kind of already encountered some of the sillier elements of this game just from me running around and fighting people and doing things on the map. We already saw like the little scrap heaps over here. We've already seen one of the high importance objectives, which we're gonna go back to right now, and we're gonna try to blow up, so that way we can experience more stuff. But yeah, panic is driving me, and that is not a fun feeling, but it is really interesting experiencing the extremely real progress that I am experiencing as a result of the panic-driven work that I'm doing. And my panic isn't like the worst thing in the world, but it definitely is something that I need to get used to. We're already at 37 followers, which is actually like more than is necessary for affiliates. This is going to be us streaming for the second time out of the month, and with this we're definitely going to hit that nice little, oh, you need to have an average view count thing. I learned from last time. I am capable of learning. Let me go ahead and just go out over here. Come on. And we are going to go ahead, go in here. Let me go and take out this guy, because I don't love the way that he's brandishing that at me. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Now let me recover my HP. So yeah, you got affiliate in October. Let's go! Are you streaming regularly? Because if so, I definitely need to stop in your streams. Or is that just a thing you were doing in October? I know getting affiliate is super easy, and it's not like... getting affiliate is easy enough for like most people. So when I achieve it, which won't take long, thankfully, when I achieve it, I'm gonna be excited, but I'm not gonna be like panic-free, but it is the start, and everything requires a start, So I'm gonna be pushing for that to happen. Yeah, it really does go by really fast when you have a base. I'm friends with a number of streamers who, or in some cases, people that I knew from childhood. No one like super significant or anything. I hit an explosive thing and it murked me. But yeah. Oh, as soon as you're back on Discord, so yeah, that's fair. We're gonna try that one more time. I hit an explosive like tank thing, and the explosion murked me. That was what happened for anyone who was as blindsided as I was. I forgot that there was an explosive thing there, and because of that, it was able to blow up and get me. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna run it back, and then if that doesn't work, I guess we'll just wait until we're more upgraded and have better, cooler stuff, because that mission is giving me the business. But dang. Oh wow, someone tried to throw a grenade at me. That would have been really bad if that had hit. Let me go ahead and just exit out here, because I am in fact less capable of learning than I would like to pretend that I am. But there's also this right here. Yeah. We are gonna, whoa, someone's car was going a little bit bananas there. That's wild. Okay, so let's go ahead and get out here. This is gonna be a nice little cover for us. We can go ahead and enter here. Let's not be in the range of the explosive tanker. So that way what happened to me last time does not happen again. Let's run in if we can. All right, cool. And now let's go ahead and do this. How dare you? You can actually get a jetpack in this game, which is very helpful. Let me pop. There we go. Very, very, very silly over here on Luciano's channel. But we're over here. We're putting in the business. The enemies are getting the work, and we are also gonna go ahead. Let me do this, and there we go. That way, it cannot blow me up. Very tactical operating decisions. Very logical, very much big brain. My channel on YouTube used to be called Luciano's Logic, but for some reason there was like a policy or whatever that... Oh no, am I about to... Okay, let me go ahead and do this. Dang. Alright, yeah. I am gonna go ahead. We're gonna try something else, because it seems like I don't have the stuff needed to really give the enemies the business. So let's go ahead and see what we got that we could do instead. There are other things that we can destroy that are not that impressive. So we'll go ahead and we'll destroy some of them, and then we'll go over to that destruction challenge. And we're just gonna keep it moving, because there's no need to stress. What was that? Oh, ridiculous. Okay, cool. Let me go ahead and let me try and hit this. Okay. Okay, we are... I don't know how to... Alright, I think we know what to do. Let me go ahead and just do controls, not controls. That was the wrong thing for me to press. I know how to get it back. I just have to go back to the display. Let me see. Why is this? Okay. Well, I accidentally hit the web browser button, and that was the reason why that happened. Let me go ahead and close out this window, and then we will reopen this. So that way, that's what happens. It's cool. Yeah, so I have a keyboard from a gaming computer that is not good for streaming. It doesn't have like a webcam. So I use the mouse and I use the keyboard from the gaming computer, but it has an internet browser button, and that was what caused that to happen. So we are going to go ahead, we're going to do this, we're going to go back to the game. That's fine. Yeah. That was just a little silly hiccup. That's what happens sometimes. Oh yeah. I like how you say that, like jokingly, but I'm very glad that my internet. I'm very glad that I didn't have anything adult because I do a handful of adult writing things, and I'm very glad that there was nothing untoward that showed up. Now we're going to go ahead and cause some mischief. Also, for those of you who don't know, I've been involved in adult writing in a number of capacities pretty much my entire career. So that is like not anything new. I don't think that anyone who knows me well is going to be surprised by this. But I'm just glad that I'm glad that I had prepared just in case for this kind of thing. I really didn't know for sure if anything was going to happen. Hey, buddy, knock it off. Knock it off. Me menacingly giving people concussions because they're trying to rough me up. But yeah, I'm very glad that nothing bad showed up. That would have been very annoying. Uh, I've been working on getting back into some other things for the last couple of weeks, so there was a very real possibility that that would have gone badly, but thankfully it didn't, so that's good. We are going to be able to keep it moving. I do need to be careful with that button, though, to make sure that that doesn't happen again, because that absolutely could have. Um, Oh, when I was in college, I wrote things. I wrote stories and such, and I made a living doing it. I also reviewed adult entertainment I reviewed a specific type of adult entertainment as a way to make a living when I was a college freshman. It was one of my first jobs as an adult, and it was very bizarre. That's part of the reason I sometimes have to be careful with things like my Steam library, which is not an issue because I know how to like organize things now. But when I was first streaming, I definitely didn't. I did not know that there was stuff, that there were tools on Steam to help avoid any unfortunate incidents. Hey, who who are you? Why are you doing this? I'm over here talking like I'm an owl. This guy is lucky that there's all this barriers given us the. Who is still shooting at me? Oh my god! I'm just over here trying to cause a panic. Who is attacking me? Oh my gosh. But yeah, so I definitely do have a history in this sphere and industry, and it's one of the things that I'm just like quietly working on in the background. So I am glad that nothing unfortunate happened. Um, People who follow me on Blue Sky probably saw me talking about that because like my Blue Sky profile is like mostly professional and me shit posting in a way that wouldn't get me in trouble. And then occasionally I talk about like my very weird career past, the strangest career. Um, yeah, look at that destruction. Um, I was in the atheist sphere. I'm still in the like secular circle of like content creators who do stuff like that and talk about things like that. I actually got the opportunity to debate someone talking about the legalization of sex work, and that was a fun topic. I really enjoyed it, and to my surprise, my opponent did not disagree with me. My position was that we should legalize sex work, and his position was also that we should legalize sex work. And I think that's weird that he apparently didn't know that going in, because I was definitely told, I was asked, because I have written and talked about this kind of thing before, to present my views and to debate with someone, and I just sort of assumed that we'd be on opposite sides because I think we were supposed to be. Let's see. And I think it's so odd. I keep dying. Oh my god. I At least this time we destroyed a thing. we did what we were supposed to do. But I think that people might have just assumed my opponent was going to have the position that he had because he was a known Christian like debate guy. I can't remember his name. He wasn't someone who was like incredibly famous. This wasn't a Luciano debates Ken Ham type situation. Although Ken Ham has actually talked about me specifically by name more than once. I've written 2 articles that have shown up in his like little weekly podcast thing, and he was not happy talking about them. It's the strangest thing. But this was me like debating someone who was like in the right wing conservo sphere or whatever it's called, essentially the manosphere but for conservative debaters. And because of that, I definitely think everyone was just like, oh yeah, this guy will definitely be anti-sex work. And he had a very reasonable position. He was just like, no, I do think that sex work should be legalized. And I was just like, oh, well, this is extremely cool. I don't think that this is what people expected us to talk about, but it's certainly nice that we're not over here yelling at each other. And yes, that is true. Ken Ham is basically not super relevant anymore unless you were like always in that type of environment. I actually have a longer history with like Ken Ham and the ARC thing than a lot of people realize because I went to a Christian school as a kid growing up, and the ARC experience, the ARC. Ken Ham's big, weird apocalypse amusement park or whatever, the flood thing that he had, the ARC experience, was actually a place that they wanted us to go to and like write about and stuff. I lived in North Carolina, so I wasn't able to go, but like it's always been about Ken Ham. And I didn't really like remember this when I deconverted, but I actually remembered it like a couple of years later after I started being friends with different people who were like in the secular sphere and who like talk about these kinds of things. And it's very interesting seeing it's very interesting seeing all of like the different things and different ways that I know and connect with people. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna mark this. We are gonna place beacon. There we go. So that way we can. Oh, why controls? But yeah, I agree. We should absolutely decriminalize sex work. I feel like that's one of my more normie political positions. I feel like nowadays, I think that it's becoming like more and more popular, partially because of things that are basically sex work already. Things that like, this is only not sex work if you squint and you are trying to pretend that it isn't. Let's see, destroy the comms tower. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna do that. We are gonna use this little turret and we're gonna have a blast. And now let's go ahead and pop and pop. Oh, I missed. Pop and pop and oh wow, I feel like I just had to miss. I had to miss so many. Alright, cool. Building structure critical. Only took us 20 seconds. Yes, that is one of my more normie political positions. I know that like a lot of people are probably gonna be like, oh no, that's still a really weird position, and I gotta be honest, I think that if this is a like wacky position to you, I feel like your politics are just not very good. With the advent of things like OnlyFans and stuff like this, it's becoming much, much harder to pretend that we don't already have legalized sex work in a ton of different ways. I really hope that me talking about this isn't gonna be like a problem for Twitch. I don't think it should be. I feel like there are ways that this could be a problem. We're gonna try this one more time. It's probably not gonna work, but we are gonna try it. Let me go ahead and up, and there we go. Okay. But yeah, so right now, oh, okay, come on. Let me go ahead and hide behind cover. Let's see if I can avoid the same fate from before. And, oh, dang it. Well, you hate to see it. Oh, dang. Thought that maybe if I was like smart and I hid, that would work, and it didn't. Okay, so we're just gonna move on to the next mission. I think it's kind of funnier when I like succeed at a thing, and then the game is like, ah, you have succeeded? No, thank you. Only partially. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna keep it moving. We are gonna go down to here. There are other games that I am gonna try to stream in the future. I think that these two are probably gonna be two of my go-to just because I enjoy these ones a lot. And this and Fallout New Vegas are not games that are particularly taxing on my computer, so I'm able to stream them successfully. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna rescue the kidnapped settlers. I'm pretty sure that's what this mission is. And then we are gonna get a move on to the next couple of objectives. Those are just sort of piles of debris that can be destroyed for money. Money is very important, unfortunately, and in this game, I do appreciate that they try to like make it less bad. Let's see, the EDF are trying to, there's an interrogation, free the hostages. Alright, cool. Let's see, so now we're gonna go ahead and head on over there. There's only one hostage that we need to free, so that is gonna keep things nice and simple. And yeah, if you're here, I hope that you're having a good time. I know that my streams are always a little bit chaotic. That is unfortunately what it is like trying to stream with a brain like mine, and I don't mean that in like a fun, cutesy way. Streaming is definitely something that is very taxing for me. I like it a lot. It's so much fun. It's just that my brain does not do so many things. What is it when it's like sensory overload? I think that's what it's called. I get very overstimulated extremely easily, and streaming is not a good time if you are someone who gets overstimulated very easily. But we're still over here. We're still doing our best. We're still giving people concussions. Okay, so here is the settler. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna free him, and then we're gonna go ahead and get moving. We need to get the hostage to a safe house. There is someone who was shooting at us before. Let me go ahead and just do this. Alright, there's the settler still behind me, so now we can go ahead. We can run on down. We are gonna see what we can do here. There is that is not a vehicle, but are you able to get over here? You are not able to get over here. Alright, cool. So let's go ahead and do this and run this way. Are you able to get over here? Escort quests are always something else. Where did you go? Hello, homie? There you are. Alright, cool. Let's go. Let's keep it moving. I have a feeling that we're going to be on constant yellow until we get out of here, so let me go ahead and do this. And let's see. Perfect. Alright, cool. Now we will go ahead and do this. Oh, there are some enemies, but that's fine. We're just gonna ignore them, and we're gonna keep on our way. Sorry, person, please move out of the way. I would really like for you to move out of the way. I want to try and stream some of the Sonic games. I feel like Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2 are good games for me to try and stream because there's like enough stuff going on that it is very easy for me to just sort of relax. We've gone ahead and completed some more stuff, and now we can go ahead and add stuff to ore, and we are also increasing morale, so that's very good. Let's go and buy the ore additive. I always forget that the ore additive is a thing that exists, and because of that, I always go for the first couple of ores immediately, and I feel like the game should warn you because I don't remember the ores replenishing. So because of that, like, if you beat up the scrap and you do it before you should, then you just lose out on money. Not that money is, like, not that money is limited or whatever, but it's still annoying. We are going to go ahead and we are going to head towards that mission. We're going to keep the story moving so that way we could go to more places and have more miscellaneous adventures. For right now, let's go ahead and just mark this and let's keep it moving. Yeah. I think that it's really fun to be able to be here, creating content for people, saying hello to old and new friends alike, and potentially just hanging out with different folks. I think that this is a very cool job, and I talked about that yesterday. I don't think that I'm ever going to be able to like actually stream for a living, although that would be absolutely radical if I could. But I think it's really neat to be able to have a space where I can just chat with people and where I can see how people are doing, while hopefully providing some
Sam, you
small
there?
measure of entertainment
What's
to
wrong?
different people, making them laugh
Your
and
commander
seeing
thinks you're
how
walking into
different
a trap.
folks are doing.
He's just
I
having
ultimately
another one
hope that I can
happen to him.
eventually reach a point
Wait,
where
I think
I
have
can
something.
make a living doing this without
Bloody hell,
relying on
idiot!
other people, where I can like play ads
Sam,
and
get out of
stuff.
there!
And I want that for both YouTube and this. Ambush, Meet Sam, let's see. Let's go over here and help out. We have got to go fight off the enemies, and hey, okay, yeah, all right. So then there are still 2 more. There we go. All right. But yeah, I think that it would be really cool
This is
to be
one
able
hell
to
of an
just have a
operation you
place
guys are
where
running.
people can come and
The
sit
EDF will
down
send
and share
reinforcements.
ideas
Want to
and
charge
have a
some?
good time together. I think that
Can't do
there's a
both?
lot of not unity and a lot of things and ways that people need to come together right now. And me creating a space like that for
The
people
trucks
who
are
want to get
coming right under
along
that
is
bridge.
something that fills me
They'll
with
definitely search
an
for
honestly
him.
incredible amount of joy, because there isn't like a whole lot that I can do. My health isn't good, and it's challenging for me to do a lot of different
Better
things.
chance against the
So if
EDF
I
in one of the
can
buildings,
create
not out in the
some
open.
small level of joy and peace in people's lives, I think
Eyes
that'd
any
be really
charges
cool.
near the capsule.
And I think
Wait for
it's
the
funny
EDF to
that that
pass.
actually
You'll need
does
to
just
time the
sort of
detonation just
match
right.
up really well with like what I studied. For those of you who don't know, I have a master's degree in peace and conflict studies, and it is very interesting because online I am a very aggressive person, but when I can be, I actually like to be chill and to like vibe with people and things and to create spaces that are nice and safe and relaxing. And it's unfortunate that I don't get to do that as often as I would like to. I think it'd be really nice if we could have more safe places where people can hang out and just chill and relax. And instead, people are constantly having to prepare themselves and do a lot of really not fun, potentially really dangerous stuff. And I know that if I
Have the
were to work a
EDF.
regular
Get in
job, it would
position.
be really taxing. Um, yes, Arcane. It is very taxing. It is very maddening to look at international politics right now with my degree. It is incredibly frustrating. There we go. There we go. And there we go. All right, cool. I am now I am creating my own peace. Some people don't want peace, they only want problems. I can't believe that I was able to get a 7-person kill streak. That's crazy. There is one more person. There we go.
Not bad, Mason.
I have never completed this mission this chilly before. But yeah. Let's see. Martian Tea Party. You love to see it. Very cool. That is another mission complete. We are reduced to unlock the next mission and to liberate the sector. I remember the next mission. It is a doozy of a mission. So let's see what we can do to go ahead and start progress on that. We are going to go and grab some vehicles and we are going to get moving. But yes, studying my degree was a decision. It's not a decision that I regret, but studying peace and conflict studies, lots of people online, when I'm fighting people, they like to like look at my degree and be like, "Oh, you study peace and conflict studies, huh? Where's the peace part of that?" I'm like, "Well, I'll show it to you if you deserve it. I didn't study my degree to make things comforting for people who are dicks to other people. I studied my degree because I think it's a very useful skill set to have, and it is. Even if even if things are, let's see, throw it by pressing that, perfect, and we will go ahead and grab this, and we will also throw it. I really do want to be able to live a peaceful life and be able to hang out and have good vibes with friends and everyone. Unfortunately, the world is determined to make that not a realistic choice. And I accept things as they are, not as they should be, which is part of the reason why I am willing to make things. It's part of the reason why I'm willing to work so hard, because I do a lot of work. Unfortunately, the work that I do is not always stuff that is able to make things easier for me, but I'm constantly working. I work so much. It is deeply frustrating. But I'm over here, I'm doing my best, and I'm helping other people do their best. And I think that's the thing that matters. Why is this building still not down? Well, there we go. I don't know why it couldn't come down a little faster, but let's go! That's another mission complete! Heck yeah. Your goal, dang. The pro is only a little bit away, but that it is what it is. So from here, that is another mission complete. Let's go and see. Let's go and do the next hostage rescue mission, and from there, I think that might actually lower the control that the EDF has of this place enough for us to go ahead and do the first zone mission. So that would be very cool. Just me driving like a madman. I drive how I drive in real life. I'm pretty sure I have a clip on my Twitch channel. I think the audio is probably not working like the best in that clip, but that was on my old computer, and it was me playing Sonic Adventure, and I had a blast doing I think it was the Tails chase mission, where you're in Tails' car and you're like chasing down the president. Crazy sentence to say right now in 2026, but completing that mission was a blast. Unfortunately, I drove how I drive in real life, and that means that it was a bloodbath. It took me a while. I was bumping all around. Alright, so now we gotta go free some more hostages. Let's go! Don't mind me just breaking my legs. This is not a good vehicle for this type of mission, but because this time there's 2 hostages that we're going to rescue, but it is a start. So let's go ahead and keep it moving, and then from there we will go over to we'll go to the next zone mission. Yeah, let's go ahead and knock this over. If you ask me why I did that, the answer is because I saw it, and so I had to destroy it. And if that sounds deranged to you, that is a little preview of what it is like being in my head. I saw that thing standing out, and I was like, you know what? I can destroy that. And I did. So I feel like this game is a very good way to get rid of some of your excess energy, because there's a lot of people who have just a bunch of energy. Alright, so now let's go over here. Up. And there is 2 more. Now there's 1 more. Where is the last one? There we go. That was almost really bad. Let me crouch for a second and regain my health, and then from there we will go ahead and keep on moving. Alright, so now we've done that. Let me go and rescue hostage number 1. Where is hostage number 2? Are you on the upper level? I think that you are. Let's see. Yep, here we go. This game, I feel like this game does not use verticality the way that it really should. It is definitely an experience remembering that these ladders are actually climbable. And now we're going to go ahead, we're going to make our way towards a vehicle. I'm just going to wait a second while these two geniuses pop up. There we go. We love when escort mission NPCs rubber band. If you have no idea what rubber banding is the term. I don't think that this vehicle works. It actually might, but I think that this vehicle works. Okay. I sure hope that someone is able to get into the... Yep. Oh, and there is a vehicle coming. Alright, cool. Let's... Oh. Okay, cool. And we will go ahead and keep it moving. Bye-bye. Alright, cool. Rubber banding is the term in, I've seen it applied to Mario Kart, mostly, but it's a term for in a racing game when NPCs are basically able to use how far you are ahead of them to their advantage, and they get like incredible boosts to their competency and speed in such a way that they are able to effectively always stay a risk. Wait a minute, someone passed away. That's really weird. When did that person pass away? Oh well. We are completing more and more missions. We're almost getting them down to 0. I guess all that's left is to successfully blow up. Yep, we do in fact have to successfully blow up that place. Okay. Let's see if 4th time is the charm. I don't think... I know that I've been able to blow it up before, so I don't think that it's impossible. I just think that for some reason, with my head in the space where it's at, it is an experience trying to make it happen. But I believe in me. I have tons of unearned confidence. So let's see if the unearned confidence is enough to make this happen. I don't know why some of the destruction that has been wrought is enough. Or I don't know why some of the destruction that's been wrought has stayed and some of it hasn't. Let me go ahead. We are at the funny number in terms of percent. Let me go ahead and start to properly get through this. Okay, that did not have the dramatic effect that I was hoping that it would, but that's fine. We're gonna go ahead and we are gonna keep it going. That was much closer than I wanted it to be, but okay. It's very funny to see me try to aim things in a video game. It is not an experience that I am very good at, but we're gonna keep trying. We are making progress. Let me just get to a place where I can take cover. And yeah. Alright, cool. There's an enemy command. Start to regen some health. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Let me go ahead and... That wasn't what I wanted to do. Okay. Let's see. We're at 50%, so we are making progress. Let me go ahead and try to see if I can get into a place where I can... Damn it. Okay, cool. We are going to keep it going because unfortunately that thing is 80. That thing has 80% of the control left. It has the vast majority of the control that we need to eliminate. So we are going to go ahead and keep running it back. Sooner or later, they're going to realize that they're up against a goddamn jump chain protagonist who is able to just save and reload. Also, that's the first, I think that's the first or second jump chain reference I've made in this particular stream. You love to see it. Let's see. I'm gonna have to keep going. So there's no point in. I'm going the wrong direction. I'm going kind of the wrong direction. I say as I keep running. That was the first jump chain reference, at the very least the first deliberate one, that I've made this whole stream. So proud of me for not doing what I always do. But we're going to keep it going. I'm going to run this vehicle into that building. And it will succeed because I have inhuman determination. They did not realize that they were going up against a video game character today. That is not their fault, but unfortunately, it is their problem. Okay. Come on, there we go. 70%. And let's go ahead and get out, and now we will go up here and do this. Oh, hey! Cool. We're definitely gonna be able to do it this time. Oh wait, I think I blew up something else. Dang it. I got too excited. Let me see if I can't figure out a way to make this happen. Okay. My health is recovering, or it was before some asshole started shooting at me. How dare this person do their job? Okay, let's run off of here and get some health that way, and then run back up there and see if we can't make it work a little bit better. We have destroyed one thing of theirs. There is another thing of theirs for us to destroy. Let's go ahead and use this vehicle and keep it moving. Okay. Oh, hey, homie, you want to get in? You wanna get in? If you want to get in, get in. Okay, I guess not. Very nice. Gonna be real. Very nice of them to not gun you down while they were waiting for me to do something. Okay. I will go ahead and I will do this and this. Bop. All right, cool. I definitely thought that would do more damage. There we go. Okay, come on. Bop. Alright, cool. Now we're gonna go ahead and keep it going. Let's keep it going. And... Okay. Okay. We just have to keep on blasting the enemies. Very funny for me to finally turn my weapons on the actual enemies. God damn it. I don't know. I was able to make more progress. I was able to blow up the surrounding stuff this time. So, this time, I did have that going for me. Come on, this is so frustrating. Okay, I wish that there was a way that you could, like, get gorillas to squad up with you without you entering into combat in a place where they were, like, already sipping their own Kool-Aid and stuff. That would make things a lot more handy if you didn't have to wait until a fight was already happening before people... I don't know why I got out of the vehicle. That was what I was trying to do. Before people were able to come to you. Oh no, it is 80. So that means that is the thing that I have to do, because now we're at 68, and unfortunately it's not going to get any lower than that if I don't do something with this. So let me go ahead. I guess I'm just going to have to go ahead and start running vehicles into this building, because it seems like that's the only way that I'm able to make real progress here. Come on. Come on. I was like, oh yeah, I definitely got the tank. Here we go. There we go. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to go run over, grab another vehicle. And there we go. Right, cool. Yeah. We got another vehicle. So we're just going to keep committing, what is this? Vehicular terrorism? I don't know. We're just going to keep blowing this building up using vehicles, because it seems like that is a much easier way for me to make things happen than for me to keep throwing my human squishy body at this. Okay, and let me go ahead over here. Let me go ahead over here and just catch my breath. Thank you. I will now, while I am recovering some health, I will go ahead and do this. Let's see if this doesn't work. Okay. We are making progress, which is the thing that matters. Come on. Come on. Come on. No, dang it. Okay, come on. Gotta go get some cover. Bye-bye. Okay, we are actually making progress this time. We are at 30-something, so all we need is like one more vehicle and a little bit of luck, and we got it. We're able to keep going. So let's see if I can't... Okay, there is a vehicle. We just got Guerrilla reinforcements. All right, it looks like we are in fact cooking. Be gone. And be gone. Okay, so let me see where the last little bit of vehicle... let me see where the last little bit of the structure that's still standing is still standing. Come on. Did that work? That helped, but that it wasn't enough. Okay. Let me go ahead and... Okay. I should have enough time. Come on. God damn it. Okay. So, dang, we got a viewer. We got a viewer right when I started not being very good at this, but it's okay. With vehicles and vehicular manslaughter and vehicular homicide, we have the ability to be chaotic good, I guess. I feel like that's this. I feel like that's the alignment of this game: chaotic good. It definitely wants to be chaotic, and it definitely wants to be good. This is certainly a game. Uh, Okay, let's see if we can't figure out a way to get this done. I feel like there might be cheat codes in this game, and at some point I might just be like, alright, let's just do cheat codes. So that way we can continue the story, because it's not super fun being locked in one zone. Although, seeing me attempt this over and over again, I feel like there's comedic value the first few times. I just think that it quickly loses the comedic value. So it's a matter of figuring out that little sweet spot. And let's go ahead and get over here. Alright, so we have started to inflict some destruction. That's very good. We're gonna go ahead and keep inflicting destruction. We're already down to 85. Let's keep it going. This time I've fully given up on subtlety. I'm just like, alright, we're just gonna ram this. We're gonna use this vehicle, and that is how we will win the day. I'm very glad that they are not very good at stopping vehicles, because if they were, that would be a problem. Okay, so let's go ahead and keep it moving. Let's go ahead and head on down and grab one of these vehicles instead. I do appreciate that this game still has you be vulnerable while you are getting into a vehicle. I know that there are some games that like have you enter into like a state of invulnerability, and that always felt like a little bit of a cop-out. So it's kind of nice that this game, as annoying as it is, that I keep dying, it's kind of nice that it's like, nah, you're still vulnerable. So if you're gonna win, if you're gonna use vulnerability, you better use it properly. Alright, so this is definitely gonna blow up the other thing. Let's have it explode. We're at 44%. Alright, cool. And let's go ahead and get back into the vehicle so that way we can catch our breath from some of this. And okay, let's go ahead and run down this way, and then we will go back up that, and we will see if we have the juice needed to win this time. Okay, come on, we're in the next vehicle, and we are still going. Okay, be gone. Okay, let's see what walls are left. Let's go for those walls. 41%. We are making progress. Knocking over the pillars. Come on, we're going after the supports. Yeah. All right, we're at 38%. We're still going. There we go. Okay. There we go. We're at 23%. Let's go ahead and get out of the vehicle. Okay. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. You know what, you guys? You earned this one. You earned this one by being the worst at your jobs that you've been to date. So good job. We did it. We can continue. Oh my god. I cannot believe that, man. That definitely took way too long, but it's okay. We can now continue the game. Let's go and get the liberation mission, and then we will go on to the next zone. I've never had a hard time with this next mission, but also I've never had a hard time blowing up the facility before. So watch this be that, oh, there's a first time for everything, and watch it be on stream. But we're going to keep it going. We are continuing to the next mission, so that way we can head to the second zone, which is where I have spent the most time out of any time that I have ever played this game. I've beaten it 3 times, including on my computer. I've beaten it twice,
Thanks to you.
but
We're ready
it
to
is extremely fun to just mess around in the second zone,
Begin
because
your
in the
attack.
second zone you can go ahead and enter the third zone, and when you are in the third zone, you are able to go blow up a giant bridge, and that is the most fun that this game ever is. So let's see. We gotta go destroy the sensors. Let's go commit some terrorism. Uh, God. Alright, first sensor down. Oh, whoa. All of a sudden, some stuff is happening. Yep. Alright, cool. I was able to get out of my vehicle, and then it decided to start working again. Let's keep going. We're really just reacting more than anything else. Yes, I know there's other sensors, but that's fine. I will come back for them, which is absolutely not the ideal way to do this. But we're very much reacting to our environment right now. Okay, cool. So that is the next one. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go after these two. I noticed that all of a sudden, I really did manage to. Oh, dang! I was hoping that we would see some friendly fire. We did see them have to run, so that was fun. All right, so let's see. We are continuing. There is so much stuff happening on screen right now. I feel like streaming is a heck of a career for people who get overstimulated. It's just you ever see someone make like a bad career decision in real time? That's what's happening here. But we are okay, cool. Let's see, we're halfway done. We're gonna keep it going. I am a menace. Let's see, let's be menaces. All right, cool. We're gonna go and continue to be a problem. It's very funny when I just like randomly get it together. Alright. Wow. It is so weird to see me just not suck at this game after the absolute shit show that was the last like 30 minutes. Okay, there is one more sensor left. Let me see if I can't get that in one go. It would be very unfortunate if after all of this I did fail and have to start over after more or less locking in. But that might be what happens, and if that is what happens, that's fine. Let's see, this piece of junk is falling apart. That is true. Unfortunately, that's not really the vehicle's fault. That's more a me issue. So don't blame the vehicle. It's doing its best. All right, there we go. 12 of 12 complete, and let's see what the next objective is. Perfect. All right, we were able to do it in one go. Jesus. Parker liberated. I'm sure Parker, the YouTuber, I'm sure he really appreciates that. I know that I do, Parker. Level 1 armor, so that way your health isn't, that way you don't die quite as often as I do. You know how it is, we're doing our best over here at Luciano's gaming zone, where real gamers meet. But yeah, so let's see. We are going to keep it going, and we are going to continue on to the next zone. And in order to do that, let's see. Oh yeah, whole new zone, baby. Very cool. It has been an hour and 30 minutes. I am very glad that we are able to keep it going. I do think that we'll actually go until 2, which was the time that we originally said that we were gonna do. I'm gonna look for a different vehicle, just because this one is absolutely falling apart, and I don't want to go into a new danger zone with this vehicle the way that it is. So let's see. All right, and thank you for your contribution to the cause. Let's see. Hey Walt, hope you're having a good day. We have been playing for about 90 minutes. We're not going to be playing for a whole lot longer, but we are playing some Red Faction today. You missed me absolutely sucking ass at this game for, I want to say, like 25 minutes, and now I'm helping Mr. Red Faction get his cardio in. I did originally say we were going to get a vehicle. Sometimes things just happen, and I just do my best to react to them as they occur. But we are now in the second zone of the game, and that is a nice amount of progress to make, especially seeing as we ended up. Oh, it never fails. That's cool, Walt. We're not going to be streaming like a whole lot longer. We are in the Dust safe house now, which is a little bit more. It has some more stuff than the other safe house did. There's a safe house in this game that has like a turret that you can use. Let's see what we can get. This costs 450. Let me see how much the armor is. Okay. I'll say let's get the armor first because I am ass at this game. But we are, now that we have the next little bit of armor, we are going to go ahead and continue. Let me also see, I think that we have enough for the ammo. Yeah, we have enough for the ammo. Enter. There we go. That is very cool. We now have more remote charges. Let me go and stock up so that way we can see. Very nice. Are you gonna start a stream where you show us what's going on in Walt's kitchen? Let's see. 30 units of remote charges. Very cool. And now with this, 30 is a nice amount of those little explosives to have. Let's go ahead and keep it moving. Let me see how low. All right, cool. My computer, my laptop, this real trooper, I've been using it for the stream. I've been using it to keep an eye on the chat while I am checking out other things. And I am very appreciative of the work that it is doing because it definitely does not have to be as good as it is. Let's go ahead. There's some destruction stuff over there. There's some destruction stuff over there. If I remember correctly, this is like a farm. Yeah, it's a wind farm. So that one, a lot of stuff is going to be able to be destroyed super easily. I think there's also like a bridge somewhere that's destruction points. That's an EDF landing pad. I know there might just be a bridge here, and I think that I just enjoy destroying bridges in this game, and so I might be misremembering things. We're gonna explore the zone for a little bit. So this is Red Faction Guerrilla. This is Mars. This is Mars in the distant future, and Mars has been occupied by the Earth Defense Force. So we are a human from Earth, I think, who was a refugee who came to Mars for work. Our brother is involved in the resistance movement and the EDF resistance movement for an independent and unified Mars, and he gets murked very early on. This is a sequel to another game, and there is a third game in the series, but in this one, the big draw is the destruction. You can cause truly so much destruction in this game. We were causing lots of mayhem earlier while I was busy being not good at this game. So right now we're just chilling. We are gonna go and we're gonna cause some more destruction. Let me see. We passed by some stuff. Let's see. Oh no. This is, yeah, I'm definitely not suited for that. We would absolutely get destroyed. Let's go ahead and go to a wind turbine and we'll destroy that instead. So that way you can see the destructive physics of this game. But yeah, this is actually a multi. What? No. Okay, well, you know what? Fuck it. I feel like sometimes I'm just like, all right, well, since I'm just reacting to stuff, boom. That was not as impressive as I was hoping it would be. But let's keep it moving. Let's see if I can't at least destroy this guard tower. I probably can. Oh, okay. Let's see. All right, here we go. We are now going to go ahead and cause some destruction. I feel like one of the weaknesses here, I feel like one of my weaknesses as far as this game goes is that I have no idea what I'm doing. So anytime I cause destruction, it's almost entirely by accident. But that was some of the destruction that you could see on display in this game. There's a lot of really fun destruction that a player can get up to, so it's just a matter of getting good. Unfortunately, my weakness is that I am chronically incapable of getting good. But we will go ahead, we will now go to a different place, and I will cause some slightly more successful mayhem. We're not going to go to one of the most fortified, high priority protection places. Instead, we're going to go over to a wind farm, and we're going to blow up their wind turbines, because destroying their energy is good, I guess. But yeah, this is a very fun game. I like it a lot. My very first Twitch streams ever were of this game, and I had such a blast playing it. I feel like I was doing better then than I am now, but we are having fun, and that's the thing that matters. It's not important if I'm not very good at this game. No one comes to my channel looking for high quality gameplay, or at least if they do, they will learn that that is very much not our speed. Oh wow, this vehicle almost exploded. So as you can see, there's lots of destruction that can happen. It's just a matter of sitting down and making it happen. Okay, cool. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. Oh, that's right. Oh man, I'm Hispanic, which is not the same as being Spanish, but it's close enough. I am listening to my inner knight, and I will hilt my spear at these fucking windmills. Let's see. This is actually just a regular building that does need to be destroyed for this objective to be satisfied. So let's go ahead and break it. Okay, we're gonna go ahead. It is very funny because for a lot of this, stuff has not been happening, and then sometimes a lot of things have been happening all at once. We destroyed that. Okay, cool. We were able to pull these out, and okay, we are now. It's very funny to see me just randomly lock in at towards the end of the stream. But look, sometimes that's what you gotta do. Okay, let's blow it up, and we gotta blow some more shit up as well. There we go, EDF garage, blown up. And I got a little concussion right at the end there, but it was only a little one. It's okay. Now we will go ahead and do this. So that way we can destroy some propaganda, and we will keep it moving. Let's run to the windmills. I feel like the EDF doesn't even deserve to be in charge, because, like, I'm just a dude on foot, and they are not able to contain the mischief that I am unleashing. Admittedly, the mischief that I am unleashing does include a copious amount of murder, but at the same time, they have guns. They should be able to handle me. Alright, that's 2 turbines. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it running, and I got a little overzealous there. Oh, that's the 3rd one. Let's also keep it moving. Yeah, I feel like at some point, if they can't stop me, that's really like a failure on their part. Not so, like, at some point it stops being a failure on my end. When I'm running around on foot and they're not able to stop me. I'm running around on foot and I'm getting hit by the turbines. Like, they've got to get their shit together. Oh, I'll even miss. I'll give them some extra time, and they still won't be able to stop me. If I am able to actually go all the way through this in one go on foot, first of all, there's like no way that's what's gonna happen. But if I could, that would be both incredible and me doing some of the best red faction I think I've ever done. They should be able to stop me, and they are just struggling. They're basically using paintball guns on me, and I don't think that that's a good way to keep a colony safe. Let's see what's going on over here. We're gonna keep it moving. They definitely weren't using paintball guns on me before, but for some reason, now that they've seen me successfully blow up their stuff, they're like, alright, now is the time to unleash our secret weapons. The fucking paintball guns. Hitting me with Nerf guns. Okay, good. They are gonna be able to kill me. I say as they proceed to not kill me. I believed in them for like 6 seconds. I am disappointed. Okay, let's see if I can destroy this with this one. Although I will say, this is officially me not blowing up all of their turbines with, like, just on foot. So they're not failing as roughly as they were before. Okay, now let's keep it moving to the next turbine. Thankfully, this thing has, like, no health, so they are able to chip through it a lot faster. That guy got really lucky that I missed, because I was definitely gunning for him, and I just couldn't do it, which is really a skill issue on my part, not on his. But yeah, okay, cool. We are seeing them miss so completely. You guys are supposed to, like, train where you think I'm gonna be, not where you want me to be. Okay, that's another one. I don't know if that one counted. I don't think I saw, like, the big notification that all the other ones we got. This is another one. 8 out of 4. We are gonna go ahead and dodge all of the big stuff, and we're gonna keep it moving. Am I actually gonna be able to do all of this on foot? And now I'm, like, committing to it, because I'm like, alright, I really want to see them succeed. And I like how as soon as I say that, the turbine gets revenge for itself. Not them. They didn't stop me or anything, but the turbine's like, alright, if I'm going down, I'm taking you out with me. And honestly, fair. Okay, so let's see. This is another one. That should be one that's going down. Let me just go ahead and move through this. Move through this. Move through this. Sorry, person. Please get out of the way. I did miss. That was on me. And now... Okay. There's only one left. How have I been able to do all of this on foot? There we go. There we go. Not them finally getting me as I blow up the last turbine. Did it count? Yeah, it counted. That's great. I don't know why that ended up playing out the way that it did, but I'm not about to look this gift horse in the mouth after my absolute dog shit showing earlier. So very funny that I was able to run around the wind turbine park mostly on foot and only lose because a goddamn turbine hit me, and then a bunch of people were finally able to shoot me. So you know what, EDF? I'll give this one to you guys. Our boys in blue, doing the most to be utterly incompetent and to painstakingly reflect real life. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead. We're almost certainly gonna lose again, but you never know. We are gonna try and blow up some of the housing that's over here. One of the keys to doing this is to fucking floor it for the actual structure, avoiding everything in the way before you go and you start going to town on it. So now we are in it, we are able to go to town. Let me go ahead and do this. I will not have this dickhead getting in the way. Let me see what I can do here. Alright, and... okay. Let's go ahead and use our vehicles, not our vehicles, let's go ahead and use this on it instead, to see if we can't cause some chaos inside rather than being stuck running around outside. Are you? There we go. Sorry, guy. Revolution. Okay. Alright, cool. We are causing some internal damage. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay. Well, sure. I don't know what happened there. I definitely shouldn't have won. I'm flabbergasted, but I will not look the skip horse in the mouth. I will instead accept that I took my own advice about getting good, and I proceeded to apply it subconsciously, which is why I have not yet consciously recognized truly what in the fuck just happened. We're gonna keep going. We are gonna... Oh. We're gonna ignore the guy that just gave himself and his friends a concussion. We're gonna keep moving. Alright, so that is another high priority destruction place. Let's actually go back to the safe house first, and then we will restock, and from there, we may not get the chance. We may be about to be blown up if the enemy get their way. Oh, looks like they didn't, although they definitely came close. Yeah, so we are starting to close in on the end of this stream. That is very exciting. We were able to make some new friends and reunite with some old friends as well today. I'm very delighted that all of you guys have stopped by today. I hope that you had fun. In the future, I am going to be streaming in a time that makes more sense in my time zone, because I live in North Carolina. So I'm going to be streaming in the afternoon and at night. And by the afternoon, I mean like the late afternoon, not like this time. But for right now, I am honestly just pretty happy to be here and to be doing stuff and to be testing out how everything works. I'm so delighted that so many peeps are stopping in and saying hello, and that we're starting to make meaningful, serious progress. This is not a good vehicle for this, but I am going to just swap out the vehicles before we get there, so that way we can more easily survive the initial run up to the actual place. In fact, hello, sir. May I interest you in the Red Faction movement? I guess not. But there is another person there. Thank you. Thank you for your contribution to a free Mars. We're gonna give the governors, the Dust Town Hall, one more run. And if it works, it works. It really shouldn't. There is almost no way this will be even remotely successful. But sometimes you just gotta believe, you know? I don't know what happened at the other place that it exploded, but maybe that will happen here. Okay, so let's see. Now we have gone through our first thing, and we have officially drawn the attention of the enemy. Ouch. Okay, let's see. Come on. Alright, we're causing some initial destruction. Very cool. Let me also see if I can't. Okay, let me go ahead and go. Oh, that wasn't supposed to happen. Okay. Let me go ahead and do this and this and see if that was not enough. Okay. But let me go ahead and do this. Do this. Okay. Gonna take cover for a second, catch my breath. Gonna see if we can't start to make some serious moves. Okay, go away. Go away. Go away. Okay, go away, and okay, we are doing some damage. Unfortunately, this thing is, okay, let's go ahead and retreat. Fortunately, one of the nice things about this game is that it's very much like Minecraft in that you can just create your own way in. And the faster you learn that and accept it, the better off at this game you will be, because understanding that basic tenet is very important to being able to succeed in Red Faction Guerrilla. If you want to have any shot at succeeding in this game, you absolutely need to understand that the best way to go about things is any way that gives you the drop-in advantage on a foe. Also, I definitely could have used that to make another jump chain joke, but I didn't. Drop-in is a type of origin, and that's all I'm gonna say about it. I probably will do a Twitch stream where I talk just about jump chains. The objective is not to do that today, but okay, we are causing some destruction, we're causing some mayhem. Come on. Let me go ahead and continue to do... Oh, dang. Okay, oh man, that was so good. That was so good. We were able to cause so much destruction, and then at the end, we got fucked. Oh, that's bad. Hey, Jamie, I'm excited that you're back. We're almost done. I think I did say that we were just gonna do one more run. I had so much fun. I think that we're gonna try one more chance. I could I could show you guys the big bridge. Actually, you know what? I think I'll do that instead. Let's go to the big bridge. Okay, well, we will go to the big bridge so that way y'all can see it, because it is my favorite part of this game. And then from there, we'll mess around in it. Let's create the waypoint over here and let's get it going. Can't believe that we were able to get it down to like 60% on our first try, which that definitely means that I'm never going to be able to do that again, until I get like all of the upgrades and stuff. That blows. Um, It was very cool that we were able to make that much progress, though. That's very nice. Okay, so we're going to enter the third zone of the game right now, and then from there, we're going to go to a big-ass bridge, which is my favorite spot in this whole game. So easy to have so many rad ways to destroy this bridge. Randomly see me lock in right at the end of a stream. That's almost always how it happens with me. Okay, let's go. We're almost at the bridge, and then we're gonna start to break it, and we will die, and it will be a blast. Okay, there we go. I actually didn't mean to hit this guy, but let me go ahead and do that. I'm like, I might as well commit. Okay, come on. Okay, now, oh, whoa, what the hell? Oh no, I don't want to, okay, I don't want to, like, die, now that I'm at the bridge. So let me go ahead and make sure. Also, ooh, you got to see my new health. That's fun. Okay, so this is the big EDF Memorial Bridge. I love this part of the game because it is so endlessly destroyable. This is a rad place to be causing mischief. I have spent entire hours here just blowing up this part of the bridge. Hey man, what are you doing? What are you doing there, buddy? What you doing? What you up to? Me just running up to someone menacingly. Okay. Sorry, you guys saw me have a little bit too much fun there. I've never blown this bridge up on the first try, but funnily enough, I'm causing like a little bit more mischief and damage than I usually get to on the first try. There's definitely, this bridge is starting to not look that high. If there's any enemies, I guess they want to come and just get rocked immediately. The hell? There we go. Me just dismissing my foes. Damn. Okay, so let's see. Whoa, what the hell was that? Okay. Now we're gonna go ahead and do this. Okay, oh, that wasn't what I meant to do. Yeah. Oh, and I fell. And I fell. Okay. Well, I have caused a remarkable amount of damage to this bridge for this being my first try on the save file. Let me see if I can't get back up. I don't remember what's like the easiest way to get back up. I guess it would probably be that little slope over there. Anyways, I am going to go ahead and mention my YouTube channel. In fact, I'm gonna stop for 2 seconds and actually put the link to my YouTube channel, because if you have decided that you enjoy the content that I create, oh, for a second I thought I was getting shot at. If you like the things that I create, this would be a good time for you to come and say hi to me on another place. Come and say hello over on there. I actually uploaded a new video today, and I uploaded one yesterday. And the one today was a full video. I guess it's a good thing that I was not causing mischief just now, because that is definitely an enemy gunship, and that would have had a blast trying to put a hole in me. So it's a good thing that I was containing the inner chaos goblin that lives inside of me. At the same time, also, if you enjoy the things that I create, feel free to check out my link tree, which has all of my links, including the link to throw some money at my face. I know that plugging your socials and things is always not fun, but it really does help. I am definitely going to need mutual aid this month, and I'm just waiting to see how bad it's going to be, how much I'm going to need. So any amount that people feel like throwing is always helpful. We are now going back to being a Chaos Goblin. The enemy should be able to kill me. I should not succeed at this right now. So hopefully when they kill me, I'll go ahead. I know I checked out stream elements. I'm gonna try and work on it. I think I might stream again on Friday. I think that's when my next stream is gonna be. I'm hoping that I'm gonna have figured out some stuff before then. Let me see if I can't balance across this tightrope. Well, I guess I can't go across that tightrope. Okay, I'm gonna have to sprint, and I failed. But yeah, that actually, this laugh is genuine. I don't know what I was expecting, but I don't think it was for me to fail completely. But yeah, I do plan on figuring out how bots and all that work, so that way I can be a real streamer and I can have little commands, and people could just use those little commands to figure out where to find me. Please stop shooting at me. I am an interior decorator. I am just here trying to correct the feng shui of this bridge. It's all out of whack. I have an architect degree, and I will use it. Here it is, in case I need to throw it at someone. And okay, it's 1:59. Let me see if I can't get this on this next try. I think if I can't, then I might just say, oh well, and throw a fun teleportation device at my foot, and use it, so that way we can go and sign off for this particular stream. Let's see. I did kind of want to try and stream tomorrow, but I have D&D tomorrow. I was actually able to make it. Whoa, I was not expecting that. And I'm still, we live it. Okay, let me go ahead and continue to destroy everything, and I failed. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and use my super fun teleportation device on myself. Bye-bye! Okay, super quick fast travel, ba-boom. The only thing it costs you is, I guess, the approval of some peeps. If you didn't know about my teleportation device, now you do. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna end the stream here. I had a blast. I am so excited to be doing real streaming stuff. This is the first of the essential streams that I really needed to do to get farther along. I'm so excited to be getting closer and closer to affiliates. Thank you so much for stopping in and hanging out with me. I cannot wait to talk to you guys again. Remember, if you like seeing the stuff that I create, feel free to use those links. Those will get you to all the places where I'm at. Bye-bye.